Welcome to your configuration agent. This is one of the most important parts of setting up Lead Onion. Your configuration agent determines the signals and the types of companies that Lead Onion is looking for you. And it's where you can customize things like your scoring and the triggers you're tracking always. Your configuration agent is broken into three sections. Your audience settings, where you define the audience you want to capture. Your scoring, where you can define what high intent means for your business. And your active triggers, where you can monitor all of your active intent triggers to see which ones are driving the most volume for you in terms of companies identified. Let's start with our audience settings. Your audience settings is broken into two sections, your triggers and your ICP. Your triggers determine the signals you want Lead Onion to look for, and they're broken out across three broad categories. The first one being their online research. This is determined by the topics, competitors, and events that you're tracking. Here you can add topics that describe pain points your customers have that your solution solves, or services they'd search for that tells you they're in market. You can see some of the topics that Lead Onion is tracking are things like lead generation software, intent data, lead tracking, lead to account matching, and sales intelligence. Lead Onion is then identifying companies and people that are researching these topics online at a level that is unusually high for them. From this, we infer intent to buy. We can also track competitors. Here, Lead Onion is monitoring any content online that your competitor has produced or is mentioned in. It's a great way to identify the companies your target audience has some affinity with and has some awareness of and is actively evaluating. And finally, events. This allows you to monitor interest and attendance at events in your industry. It's a great way to identify folks that are going to be at the event you're next going to be at, as well as understand who is investing to send their team to conferences and events talking about subjects like sales, marketing, finance, or whatever it is you sell. Lead Onion also then looks at context signals, things like hiring and funding rounds, and company events, things like recent investments, cost-cutting measures, or challenges those companies are facing. With your triggers, all you need to do is hit the edit option to select the ones you want to track, and you can use our AI agent to help here by giving it a prompt, and it will select the best triggers for you. If there's a certain trigger you want to monitor, like a competitor or a topic that isn't available in our taxonomy today, you can request it here. Once you've selected your triggers, you next define your ICP. Your ICP is the audience you want Lead Onion to build for you. Unlike other platforms where you're accessing data, the database you build Lead Onion is not static. Instead, it is unique to you and dynamic. It is being grown every day as we identify companies in your ICP that are showing intent. To set up your audience, define the size, industry, and location with additional filters like revenue and year funded, with upcoming features here like SIC and NICS codes to help you to narrow in on your ICP. From here, you can then define the titles, exclude certain jobs, and map the entire buying committee of the audience you sell to. Once you're finished, confirm your settings, and Lead Onion will start to identify in-market accounts that fit your ICP that are showing intent for the triggers you've selected. Next up, you can check out Lead Onion's scoring model. Here you can make changes to how Lead Onion is scoring intent for you. This allows you to determine what high intent is specifically for your company. For example, if you're in an events business, you may score attendance at events higher than another client might. You can also review the triggers that you have active at any given time and understand the volume of companies that are hitting on those triggers. This is a great way to make sure you're always tracking triggers that are driving results for you, where you can scroll to the bottom of this list and see triggers you're tracking that your ICP is simply not searching for, and you can deactivate them here so they're not creating up clutter in your settings and replace them with others. You can also star triggers here, which gives these priority scoring. For example, if you sell a sales enablement platform, you can star this as a topic, which means when people search for that, they'll score higher than they would if they just searched for something else like lead tracking. These tools are designed to make sure the intent you're following up on is customized to your business always. Once you've configured your intent data, Lead Onion is going to start immediately identifying in-market accounts, and it will continue to do so in real time. If you make changes to your audience settings, those changes are applied from that point forward. It doesn't change what it's found, it changes what it's looking for moving forward. If you need any help adjusting your audience settings or understanding scoring models and active triggers, reach out to our team and we'll be happy to assist. Thank you.